They found it in 2004, buried in Arctic rock, a creature that shouldn't exist. Half fish, half land animal, caught mid-transformation between two worlds. Paleontologists call them transitional forms, living proof that evolution doesn't follow the rules we thought it did. Stay until number 1. It reversed the natural order, a mammal that hunted dinosaurs. Evolution isn't a straight line. It's a series of violent experiments written in bone and stone. For every creature that succeeded, thousands failed and vanished without trace. But sometimes paleontologists unearth something that breaks every classification. Animals caught between categories, fish growing legs, reptiles developing mammal traits, dinosaurs sprouting feathers. These aren't mythical chimeras. They're real creatures preserved at evolution's most critical crossroads, the exact moment one species was becoming something entirely different. Tonight, 7 hybrid creatures that force us to rewrite everything we thought we knew about the history of life on Earth. Asterisk, starting with the fish that decided to walk. Number 7, Ichthyostega asterisk, the fish amphibian that crawled from the ocean 365 million years ago. Ichthyostega possessed a fish skull, gills for breathing water, and a powerful fish tail. But it also had lungs, 4 limbs with digit-like bones, and ribs capable of supporting body weight on land. Discovered in East Greenland's Devonian rock, Ichthyostega represents the exact moment vertebrate life invaded land. It wasn't fish, it wasn't amphibian, it was both simultaneously. Its limbs couldn't support true walking. Instead, it dragged itself across tidal zones using a seal-like motion. 7 digits on each limb, not the 5-digit pattern that became standard for all land vertebrates. The skeleton reveals evolution in real time. Fish vertebrae in the tail, amphibian vertebrae in the torso. Its ear bones were still adapted for underwater hearing, but its eye sockets faced upward, perfect for ambushing prey from shallow water. Ichthyostega proved land invasion wasn't instant. It was a brutal, awkward transition that took millions of years. Number 6, Eusthenopteron asterisk, the fish that evolved bones identical to human arms. Eusthenopteron lived 385 million years ago as a predatory fish in late Devonian rivers. But its pectoral fins contained a bone structure paleontologists recognize immediately: 1 bone, 2 bones, many bones, the exact pattern of human arms. Inside those fins, a humerus bone connecting to the body, a radius and ulna forming the middle segment, and digit-like bones at the fin edges. This is a fish with the skeletal blueprint for arms and legs already in place. Discovered in Quebec's fossil-rich cliffs, Eusthenopteron represents evolution preparing for a transition that wouldn't happen for another 15 million years. It had no evolutionary reason to possess limb-like bones. It was a fully aquatic predator. Its fins were powerful enough to push off river bottoms, giving it maneuverability that other fish lacked. Those limb bones weren't for walking, they were for precision hunting in complex underwater environments. But evolution doesn't waste useful designs. Those fins would eventually become the legs of every land vertebrate on Earth. Number 5, Thrinaxodon asterisk, the reptile evolving into a mammal in real time. Thrinaxodon lived 250 million years ago in early Triassic South Africa, immediately after the Permian extinction that killed 90% of Earth's species. It was cat-sized, agile, and caught between 2 evolutionary worlds. Its skull reveals pits where whiskers attached, sensory organs only mammals possess. Its teeth were differentiated into incisors, canines, and molars, unlike reptiles' uniform teeth, and its ribcage suggests it had a diaphragm for efficient breathing. Paleontologists discovered Thrinaxodon in burrow systems, curled in sleeping positions. This is behavioral evidence of endothermy, warm-bloodedness. Reptiles don't burrow. Reptiles don't curl up to conserve heat. Mammals do. But Thrinaxodon still laid eggs like a reptile, still had a reptilian shoulder structure. Its inner ear was transitioning from reptile to mammal design, caught mid-evolution. Thrinaxodon survived the worst mass extinction in Earth's history by becoming something new. Within 50 million years, its descendants would become the first true mammals. Number 4, Ambulocetus asterisk, the whale that still had legs. Ambulocetus natans means walking whale that swims. Discovered in 1994 in Pakistan's Eocene deposits, it's 10 feet long, 600 pounds, and built like an evolutionary nightmare. A whale's skull on a crocodile's body with functioning legs. It hunted in coastal waters 49 million years ago, using all 4 legs for walking on land and swimming underwater. Its feet were webbed for propulsion. Its tail provided additional thrust. It could chase prey on beaches or ambush from rivers. The leg bones are pachystotic, abnormally dense and heavy. Modern hippos have the same adaptation for controlling buoyancy. Ambulocetus used its massive legs as underwater anchors while waiting in ambush. But here's the nightmare: its inner ear structure is purely cetacean. It heard underwater like modern whales. Its eyes faced upward like crocodiles, and its nostrils were migrating backward toward the top of its skull, the first step toward becoming a blowhole. Ambulocetus is the smoking gun, undeniable proof that whales walked on land before returning to the ocean. Evolution doesn't just move forward, sometimes it reverses course entirely. Number 3. Tiktaalik, the creature that forced paleontologists to redefine fish. In 2004, paleontologists excavated Ellesmere Island's Devonian rocks searching for transitional forms. They predicted they'd find something revolutionary. They were right. Tiktaalik is 9 feet long with fish scales, fishtail, and functional gills. But it also has a mobile neck impossible for fish, shoulder joints capable of push-ups, and proteris with primitive finger bones that could bend and support weight. It couldn't truly walk, but it could do push-ups on river bottoms and mudflats. Its front limbs had elbow and wrist joints that bent like human arms. This is a fish that could look over its shoulder, something no fish before it could do. The skull is pure ambush predator, eyes on top for scanning above water, spiracles breathing holes behind the eyes for gulping air, ribs strong enough to support body weight outside water. Tiktaalik appeared exactly when and where evolution predicted it would. Not in oceans, not on land, but in the shallow tidal zones between worlds preparing for the invasion of continents. Tiktaalik is the fossil that shouldn't exist if evolution isn't real, and it exists exactly as predicted down to its location and age. Number 2. Archaeopteryx asterisk, the dinosaur that proved reptiles became birds. Discovered in 1861, 2 years after Darwin published Origin of Species, Archaeopteryx is evolution's perfect timing. It's the fossil Darwin's critics said couldn't exist, a dinosaur with bird feathers. It has a mouth full of sharp teeth, 3-fingered hands with vicious claws, a long reptilian tail with 20-plus vertebrae, but covering that dinosaur body, modern flight feathers identical to today's birds. The feathers aren't primitive. They're sophisticated flight structures with asymmetric vanes for generating lift. Archaeopteryx could fly, but not well, more like a modern pheasant than an eagle. Its skeleton is pure theropod dinosaur, the same hip structure as Velociraptor, the same skull features as Deinonychus, the same bone air sacs that later birds inherited. It's a dinosaur caught mid-evolution toward becoming a bird. Every bird you see today, from hummingbirds to eagles, descends from small feathered dinosaurs like Archaeopteryx. Birds didn't survive the dinosaur extinction. Birds are asterisk dinosaurs that survived. Archaeopteryx ended the debate. Dinosaurs didn't go extinct. They're in your backyard right now eating birdseed. Number 1. Repenomamus, the mammal that reversed 100 million years of predator-prey relationships. In 2005, paleontologists in China's Liaoning province discovered something impossible. A mammal fossil, normal enough, but inside its ribcage, the bones of a baby dinosaur still being digested. Repenomamus giganticus lived 130 million years ago during the early Cretaceous, the age of dinosaurs. It weighed 30-plus pounds, measured 3-plus feet long, and possessed crushing jaws powerful enough to crack bone. The dinosaur in its stomach was a juvenile Psittacosaurus, a common plant-eating species, but this wasn't scavenging. Repenomamus hunted and killed it. The bones show bite marks from mammalian teeth. This was active predation. For 100 million years, mammals cowered in dinosaurs' shadows. They hunted insects at night. They scurried under logs. They evolved to be invisible, silent, and small enough to avoid reptilian notice. But Repenomamus shattered the rule. It hunted dinosaurs. It fed on reptiles that were supposed to be the dominant predators. It proved mammals weren't helpless victims waiting for the asteroid. They were capable predators exploiting every niche. Repenomamus couldn't hunt adult dinosaurs, but nests full of eggs and hatchlings, juvenile dinosaurs separated from parents, those were opportunities mammals exploited millions of years before humans existed. 3 feet long, 30 pounds, a mammal with a dinosaur in its stomach. The age of dinosaurs wasn't as one-sided as we thought. Evolution doesn't respect dominant species, it exploits their weaknesses. 7 creatures, 7 evolutionary impossibilities, 7 fossils that rewrote everything we knew about life on Earth. These aren't oddities, they're evolution's receipts. Physical proof that fish became land animals, that land animals returned to the sea, that reptiles became mammals and dinosaurs became birds. Every year, paleontologists discover more hybrids caught mid-transition, more creatures breaking classification rules, more evidence that evolution doesn't create perfect designs, it experiments with whatever mutations survive. DNA analysis confirms what fossils reveal. Whales share genetic sequences with hippos. Birds carry dinosaur genes. Humans possess fish development patterns. Evolution doesn't erase its history, it carries it forward in every living cell. Which hybrid shocked you most? The walking whale with legs, the mammal that ate dinosaurs, the fish learning to do push-ups? Drop your thoughts below. These creatures aren't mysteries paleontologists can't explain, they're exactly what evolution predicts. And they're waiting in rocks around the world, ready to rewrite our understanding again.